Does it really matter? This is the question that we often ask ourselves before starting out anywhere. If we don't have a clear answer for that, our inner voice simply doesn't stop bothering us. Things often seem trivial at first, especially if they do not provide short-term benefits. But are they really trivial? Does it matter if you clean your room, make your bed, or wash the dishes or not? Does it matter if you skip a training session, smoke just for once, or delay completing your work a little bit? Sounds like these are tolerable sacrifices. We mostly think like this because we cannot grasp the importance of neglected little stuff until they add up and form a clump of a chaotic disaster. They always say the devil is in the details, because if it's something obvious enough, we don't allow that to happen. However, the negative force of the universe is pretty insidious. It knows our weakest points. That is why all kinds of rationalization seem solid at first. You're a speck of dust in the universe. Why would you even work? Just relax and enjoy your life. Really? But how do we perceive and explore the magnificence of this highly complicated system, unlike other life forms?
One way of conceptualizing yourself is that you're one speck of dust among 7 billion. And when you conceptualize yourself that way, you might think, well, what difference does it make what I say or do? And that's actually quite convenient for you, because if it doesn't matter what you say or do, then you don't have any responsibility and you can do whatever you want. The price you pay for that is a bit of nihilism, but if you don't have to shoulder any responsibility, that's a small price to pay. The other way of looking at it, and this is actually the accurate way of looking at it, is that you're in a network. You're a node in a network, and so you can do a little bit of arithmetic very rapidly and just figure out how powerful you are. You know 1,000 people. You're going to know more than that over the course of your life, but let's say 1,000 for the sake of argument for now. They know 1,000 people. That means that you're one person away from 1,000,000 people and 2 persons away from 1,000,000,000 people. And you're the center of that network. And now the way networks work is that information propagates in a network manner. So don't underestimate the power of your speech.
Go ahead and smoke one. Just one time doesn't make any difference. Wrong, because it will make you want to smoke more and reduce your willpower. Second, third, fourth. Then you find yourself smoking for a whole year. Let's eat fast food today. One meal cannot affect you much, and you deserve this. Yeah, one meal of fast food will not make you fat, but it will definitely increase the chance of eating it one more. Let's skip this workout session for once. We can make it up next week. Once you get used to delaying, it becomes your habit, and you find yourself in a procrastination loop. And strangely, you keep asking yourself, why do I procrastinate all the time? Momentum is everything. The devil loves cutting out your momentum, because if you have momentum, you have speed. And speed is your strongest weapon because it allows you to move forward. Anything that comes to block your way will possess an illusional beauty that often offers a quick pleasure. And once you're sold, you just lose it all. You lose the momentum, and it takes a lot more energy to restart the engine. You lose your energy, your inner drive, self-confidence, and more. Every action and inaction has certain results, and we live with the consequences of our choices, whether they are glorious or not. So if you ended up in a position that you're not content with, the chances are you might have disregarded the consequences of your actions. All successful people, high achievers, and great influencers that you emulate knew one crucial fact that you easily leave out. They were aware of the magic of thinking small. So what's the magic of thinking small? If you just get 1% better every day, at the end of the year, you end up becoming 37.8 times better than who you are. Everyone can become 1% better except the ones who are in extreme circumstances. But people mostly stay the same or go backward. Why? Because the majority are not aware of the compound effect. And that's why they don't care about the small decisions they make every single day. And that's what they are looking for while their life was just slipping through their fingers. They see superstars on the stage and assume they had some magic formula for their success. But the stage is for the show off, and real work is done behind the scenes. You see a fighter winning a fight. Do you think he won it in the ring? The chances of winning and losing are 99% determined outside the ring. It's all about preparation. You just haven't seen his lifetime work for years. It's sometimes months or years of doing the right things day in and out. Arnold Schwarzenegger's defining moments were the last 2 to 3 reps that nobody wanted to do. Cristiano Ronaldo admits the extra work he did outside the pitch made him the best. Muhammad Ali mentioned that he started to count sit-ups when they started to hurt. When everybody said enough and went home, these people were hungry to do more. But how? Why do average men quit when the storm intensified while the high achievers persevered? Let me tell you the secret. They were all prepared. These people knew that life won't always be sunshine and rainbows, so they kept their minds strong and sharp all the time. While others were complaining, they were busy thickening up their skin. They left no question marks behind. They knew what they wanted and they committed fully with all they have. Another example, undefeated UFC champion Khabib Nurmagomedov did not win the UFC championship in the cage. He earned his spot by living the toughest lifestyle in the mountains of Dagestan. His father even prepared him by making him wrestle with bears. You don't get to that level by a single choice. You make the right small choices every single day for a long period of time. I talk about years and years of doing the right things. And that requires more than being talented, hardworking, smart, or anything else you can think of. It's a complete package. There has never been one secret formula that opens up the world for anyone. Nobody became a champion in one day. Everyone is wondering how Michael Jordan was so cool at those final shots. When everybody was getting more anxious, Michael was becoming cooler. He explains the reason as he played those final games very often in his training. When everybody was slacking off and taking it easy, MJ put stress on his shoulders with every single workout. So when it was time to play the real game, he was more than prepared. But today people are becoming mentally ill more and more. Society is full of people with depression, anxiety and all kinds of mental diseases. Because people are weaker than ever. They melt under pressure because they are never trained under high pressure moments. You will see old people were tough and firm because they were hardened by the difficult living conditions. Today we have comfort even more than we need. Most people admit that they have never been in a fist fight. During the pandemic period, I often trained in public parks and people often come and ask if I am a professional sportsman or not. And I said, no, I am not. And they gave me a weird look and asked, why are you training so hard then? They just don't understand. That's how you prepare yourself for life. It's so easy for me to slack off and say, yeah, the gyms are closed, so let's rest. It's always easier to find some rationalization for not doing the work. But I knew that I had to keep my mind and body sharp all the time, so when the pressure came, I had to be ready. For example, I could come up with thousands of rationalizations about why I shouldn't produce this video. I'm tired, my muscles are sore, I have to do physical labor right in the morning to clean the basement, so I better sleep right now. Maybe 20 to 30 people will watch it, who cares about my videos? There is construction work in the building that makes some serious noise which could bring someone to the edge of a nervous breakdown. I did not listen to these bullshit rationalizations. I sat down to write and looked at a blank screen for 10 minutes. After a while I found my rhythm and scribbled down a few lines. I was determined, because one person, if just one person watches this and gets inspired, then I know that I accomplished my goal. Anyone can do the work on a perfect sunny day. The days you feel perfect are not the determining factor in the victory. I knew that this day will eventually come and I was prepared. Right now, no matter what your logistics are, no matter what your job is, no matter where you live or how old you are, there's always one thing you know, if you do that thing, you will get better. Do not be one of the guys who just sit on the first step while worrying about how to make it to the 50th step. If you're at the first step, you need to find a way to climb up to the second step first. You don't worry about hitting 315 bench press when you just start working out. If it's 5 push-ups that will make you stronger, then you should do them. You are building who you'll become with every action you take. Free will exists, but it does not affect you as much as you think at that moment. Why? Because we mostly live on autopilot and our actions are mostly habitual. For example, if you have been delaying studying for months, the resistance will be too much at your first start, while for someone already studying for years, that will be a piece of cake. If you have practiced being a coward for your whole life, you can't happen to act bravely in the time you need. So pick the fights that you have a chance to win today, and make sure that they also challenge you. It might be cleaning your room, washing your dishes, picking up a damn notebook and pen, waking up 5 minutes earlier or doing one more push-up. And do not be caught up in the delusion of it doesn't matter. As Jordan Peterson said, Hitler's mother probably made a lot of silly mistakes that she thought were trivial. Every small win and loss prepares you for victory and defeat while you're not even aware of that. So your fight matters, your decisions matter, and you matter. Day by day, step by step, little by little, start building what they'll call luck, magic or secret, because you wanna be more.